What's going on, everyone? It's Mike here again, and on this video I'm going to be talking about this installation on the front bumper on this 2012 F150 5.0 V8. As you can see, the bumpers are, it's quite beat up. The fog lights are pretty old, so I thought it's time for a makeover. So I purchased this from Amazon for $899 with a $60 coupon. After tax and everything else, it came back to about $900. So here's the box. It came in pretty quick, in like 2 days. It was packaged well. They used plyboards on the sides of inside of the box, and also insulation foam to prevent any damages. And it came in one piece without any damage. Of course, the instruction manual is only this one piece of paper that only tells you a couple of things. Which is it didn't help at all, but it's really not that hard to assemble because you can only put one piece to one side. If you have it on the wrong side, then it will not fit. So the bag came with a whole bunch of bolts and washers and lock washers. It came with two sizes of button head bolts. So the bigger bolts that you're going to use to attach the bumpers together. It is 14 millimeter for the nut and 6 millimeter for the Allen wrench. This is how it looks when it's put together. I mean, it's not perfectly smooth, but it is what it is. It's not a one piece, so yeah, you can tell where the seam is located that it's not quite perfect. But I wish they, instead of having the seam right there in the middle, they should have put it right there where the edge is naturally designed, so the seam doesn't seem out of place. This is just the part where I removed the bull nose bumper. Yours is probably not going to come with, but I just removed this. And it does come with a bracket underneath there where I removed it. Then I use a 10 millimeter socket to remove the bolts that are attached to the bumper. And on this bracket right here, there are two 8 millimeter bolts that are directly under the headlights. Those are 2 on each side, and after that, the rest are 10 millimeter. Now I'm using this 3/8 cordless ratchet. I purchased this last year, and man, this thing is just, it's so nice to have, especially on tight spaces. Maybe ratcheting with a manual ratchet all day, but with this one, you just press the button, and it makes everything go a lot faster. So. And it's not even all that expensive, so yeah, get yourself one. Anyway, this connector right here for the fog lights has this locking tab, and with it being exposed to the weather, it's quite tough to remove. So use a pry bar or a flathead screwdriver to undo the locking tab, so you could remove that. All the, like I said, the bolts that are attached to the bumper are all 10 millimeter, except for the one directly under the headlights, which is 8 millimeter. So we're gonna need a 21 millimeter to remove the nut behind the bumper. There are 2 on each sides. I use this ratchet to just break it loose, and then I use the cordless ratchet to remove it completely. After you remove the 21 millimeter nut, the bumper should come right off. And then I was just removing the bracket that was for the bullnose bumper. Anyway, at the beginning there, I thought I had it upside down, but you can only put this thing in one way. So if you have it upside down, it wouldn't fit because the bolts will not line up. So then I reused the 21 millimeter nuts that came with the old bumper. With this here is the smaller button like a button bolts. I use a 5 millimeter Allen wrench to hold it in place. Then of course I use washers on top and then lock washers in the bottom. It's quite a snug fit. I thought it would have like a lot of gaps, but I'm surprised how it actually lined up, everything lined up. So lastly, the LED lights. So in the beginning, I thought the bolts that was on the main plastic bag was the bolts for it, but actually it is not. The bolts, washers, and lock washers, or the bolt and washers are actually in the box where the LED light came. So don't use the ones that came with the main bag because those are for the license plate. All right, so this is how it looks after it was installed. What do you guys think? Honestly, I like it from looking from the front, but on the side, it seems like it sticks out a little bit. Maybe, I don't know. Wish they could have cut it like at least half so that the bumper doesn't stick out too much. But other than that, it looks pretty good. If you guys have any questions or have a comment, let me know. Have a good one. Have a good night. See you next time.